Alright, let's make some progress on this. Okay. So we want to actually draw something on screen, which means creating all these things: DXGI device, DXGI adapter, DXGI factory. Yep. Okay, well, okay. Let's go look at the reference. Yeah. That's window creation. Yep, so we've created the device. Yep. Okay, so now we've got some secret function calls we can call to make it break on errors. Interesting. Okay, so the thing we want to call is, first we want to query interface. So on the device, on the D3D11 device, we can query interface and get an info queue out of that. Okay. Well, actually, while we're here, we might as well do the debug guard. Actually, do we have any more to do? No, just that one. Okay, let's do the debug guard. dlang, it's like version, right? Conditional compilation, yep. So which version, like, there are some predefined sort of versions that you can use. Contracts now. So there are some oh, there we go. I think this is the list we're looking. Predefined versions. Windows, yeah, well, Linux. What? Freestanding. Okay, C runtime. Architecture. All of this is architecture. Endianness. Type info. Coverage. SIMD. Yeah, I'm gonna look into that. Assert. Always defined. It's the opposite of none. Okay, so is there like a debug? No. No, it is. Debug condition. 2 versions of the program commonly built. Yeah. Okay, well, let's see how that works. Version debug. Like that? No. Debug condition. It's just debug colon. Well, yeah, but how do you terminate that, though? Like, declaration expected? Okay, I mean, like, int x equals 1, like that sort of, like that's what you want? No? Oh wait, that's inside structs, apparently. Well, I mean, is it only inside structs? Debug identifier condition is satisfied when the debug identifier matches identifier. is this the only context where you can use that? Okay, so these ones you can, okay, well, yeah, but like, we don't have one of these for debug info? Also, are these not in they're not in alphabetical order. Great. GNU heard. PlayStation 4 specifically. No, that's just architecture stuff. Okay, so we've got a lot of these. D version 2, okay. Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to have one of these for... alright. Let's do something. So version... Actually, can you define your own? Like version my own. Like, is that a real thing that can happen? Yes. Assert false or something like that. Yeah, so that's not gonna trigger. Yeah, it's not triggering, which does make sense. So how do we define it? Like here, like versions, my own. Huh, now it's okay. So I just want to add that to the debug build, essentially. Because we do have debug. But wait, can I do version debug? No, debug is kind of a... like it's, oh. Oh no, it is. So you can just like put it here. Oh, well, that's good. Yeah. Okay, so the debug guard is as simple as flags. Okay, so what's flags? Flags is a uint, which is a 32-bit. Yeah, flags 0, and then debug flags equals that, and then we just pass the flags like this. Let's see, what's flags? So if we look at flags, 48, well, I mean, 0, 2, okay. So it does work. Yeah, we kind of want to set up release build. Well, I mean, in release build we won't be able to stuff through this stuff anyway. So, yeah, this is good enough. Okay, so we've done that. No to-dos to do. Alright. That's pretty good. Yeah. Debug guard. All right. Now that we have that, we want. Oh yeah, we want to do one of these things. So we want to query interface. We want an info queue, D3D11 info queue. Yeah, one of these things. Which is like just an interface again, which we can't really examine very easily. I mean, we can a little bit. Like we have all these functions here, so that's something. But anyway, so this info queue, so we just do debug info queue info. So that's a yeah. I mean, I don't really need that. It'll initialize it anyway. Okay, and we want to query interface. So what does MSDN have to say about query interface? MCDN. Oh god. Okay. Oh, that's like a whole. That's a COM API thing that just lets you. Okay. That just lets you get stuff out of things that use the COM API. So we want to query interface on the device. So of course it's going to be like device LP vtable query interface. It's going to be something like this: query interface, which is, yep. Okay, so it takes a device, it takes a read. A read is like an identifier. So IID 3D11 info queue. So it's that. Oh god, it's that. So this is a GUID, and then it takes the return, which is this info thing. Yeah, so that needs to be an address. Yeah. Okay, so that's an unresolved external symbol. So this thing is unresolved. So presumably because we need to like link to something. We're only linking to D3D11. And we probably need that, dx GUID. Yeah, so that's where that is. It's in dx GUID. Okay, fine. So now that we have the info, well, probably query inter, yeah. Set break on severity, release. So now it's functions on info, so it's like info I mean, I guess we need to assert info or something before doing this. Info LPV table. Set break on severity. Set break on severity. Info D3D11 message severity corruption. Okay, so set break on severity. Like let's see, what does MSDN have to say about this? Debug ID. So that is an info queue, yeah. Actually, what does query interface? What does this return? SOK. Is it a niche result? Yeah. Oh my god, what? What is this formatting? Excuse me? Yeah, that is not gonna work for me. Can we... yeah, no setting for line width? What? It's like 120 characters, right? And apparently this is more than that? Maybe? But, yeah, that'll work. Set break on severity. Well, we need to pass the info. And then, like, the producer, the severity, and the enable. Well, except we're only passing a total of 3 parameters, including itself. So are there different ones of these? I guess it's that one. Severity and enable. Well, warning. I mean, I kind of set these. Corruption and error. So warning is okay? I mean, we could do warning as well, I suppose. So, D3D11 message severity corruption. D3D11 message severity corruption and message severity error. I mean, warning would be info and message we don't really care. But the other 3, guess with the corruption, enable true, yeah, corruption, error, warning, type specifier missing. Excuse me? What do you mean it's missing? Oh, so that's fine. I mean, it's a what? It's a D3D11 message severity. Like what does the type specifier, what does that mean, even? Oh, wait. Oh, it failed to come. No, that's fine. There we go. Info. I mean, this can fail as well, so what are we gonna do about that? I don't think anything else here can fail just yet. No, just the set break and severity. Okay, so we're gonna have to check that every one of these succeeded. H result corruption result. Okay, this is gonna, yeah. This is error, and this is warning. Oh god. Actually, space split. Yeah, I don't really know what's causing that specifically. Like, it's such a weird break to have. Actually, is there like a file? D from a config, let's see. Dprint, what? A language. Yeah. Uses editor config. Yes. Standard. Okay. Where's line width? Max line length. Okay. I think 0 makes it. Does this have a reference? No? Where is the reference for the Wow, okay, that was very helpful. That just off. Here. Okay, and does it just pick that up? Nope. Can we do something else that will, like, definitely tell us? Mm. Tab width. Dot editor config. There it is. Yeah. Max line length off. So what if I set it to like something really small? Is it? Okay, well, it doesn't really seem to be doing much. Wait, there's the override uses config this code as editor config instead of dot editor config. Ah, so it doesn't use editor config when you click this. And there is no oh, I see. So this doesn't let you configure line length. For some reason. Even though you really can, but like if we disable this real quick and then try to format, yeah. So it does pick up on editor config. Huh. But like it always wants to. Max line length is off right now. It seems like it always breaks. Wow, this is like not good at all. Let's actually use that thing. Interesting. Does it format this? Yeah, it does. Okay, interesting. I mean, this is clearly over 120, but it doesn't care. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's specifically something to do with cast, that it's like not really working with very well. Well, whatever. Does this compile? Compiles. So breakpoint here somewhere. Yeah, seems to be good here. Now, interestingly, well, this is, I mean, this is a debug scope, but I still see these in the debugger. Are they available? Yes, they are available. It has no effect, but they are available. So this does not introduce a scope. Interesting. Okay, well this we did successful. I think we need to release it though. Yeah, we need to release that info queue. Actually, do we get like errors if we well, we do get some kind of an error message, presumably on that info queue. info lpv table release info. So if we run it now and close it, we should not get that error message. Seem to not be getting it. Yeah. Yep. I mean, I kind of do want a scope here, though. I don't just want like an info just hanging around. Yeah, I guess this is how you do it. This is device and context. Device, yep. And the other thing is just is this whole adventure. So we need to load a library at runtime apparently, and I think we do actually have to do it at runtime. And then find the function inside of it, get its proc address, and then do the same thing where you query the info queue. Okay, well, let's do that. What is this H module? And what dxgi debug load library A. What, it's just a name, right? dxgi debug. I think this will just work, maybe. Okay, I wait. These auto imports, right? Are they turn offable? No? No, they're not turn offable. Evidently. That's annoying. Okay, so that, and I think that will just return 0 if, yeah. So if we got something, then we need to get proc address. Okay, well, get proc address. No, we're not auto importing anything. Get proc address what? Yeah, we just pass it the handle dxgi debug. Pass it the handle dxgi get debug interface. Get debug interface. Okay, so that's the address. So that's just going to be a void star. I mean, let's see. That has to be okay. It's a far proc. It returns a far proc, which is something. Far win API star. What? What? Oh, it's nothing. It's not anything. I see. And win API star. Win API is a std call. I see. Well, don't think it's a void star. It's a far proc. Let's see if that's... Okay, so that's the address. Now we need to like cast it to a proc. Yeah. Yeah, now we need to cast it to this signature H result, Win API. I wonder if Win API is actually something that's available here. Like Win API. Is that an undefined identifier? No. So we need to define a function signature somehow. How do those even work in D? Let's see. D-lang function signature. Let's see. How do those work? I mean, it's like a function declaration, right? So functions are like int name, int val, like they work like that, and that does work. Okay, so this is a function declaration. So this thing has like a type, right? Yeah, and the type is, it returns an H result. I mean, it's also like an STD call, sort of. Okay, well, we'll handle that later if we need to. Okay, let's just not, okay, let's just do it that for now. Temp. Okay, so what happens here? DXGI get debug interface. Yeah, well, I want this to be, it's used as a type. Well, yeah, it is. It is. It is used as a type, but that's what I want. I want to cast it to that type somehow. D1 cast function pointer. Yeah. So what is these? Yeah, there we go. Let's see. Callbacks. Okay. Providing a callback. Okay, extern C alias callback equals that. Int function int. Okay. So, well, in this case, it's going to be extern Windows. Extern Windows. It is Windows, right? Extern. No, it's Windows capital. Extern C alias type equals something like this. Basic type expected not alias. So what if it was extern C? That would also not work. I mean, that does not work. I mean, does it have to be outside, like here? Well, yes. Okay, so that works. But it has to be outside? Why? Why? I mean, this expression, right, is kind of Windows. Like, I'm guessing that works as well. Yeah, that does. But like, if it's here, it doesn't. Why? Why have this arbitrary restriction? Now this has to be outside. It has to be outside. Well, let's keep it outside for now. So specifically, it's this. It's H result. It's H result that thing. Type. So it's something like this. Is it an extern C as opposed to an extern Windows? Maybe it is. I mean, okay, can I cast? I can. And then having cast. Okay, hold on. Can I cast like inline? No. Oh wait, maybe I can. Nope. Can't do that. Ah, so you have to have this outside. I see. Why? Okay, so the syntax really didn't solve the whole function function declarations being a nightmare. That is not solved here in D. It's still a nightmare. Full of arbitrary restrictions, like why can't I just put this inside here? No, I can. But not here. So it can be here, that's fine. It's perfectly acceptable. But as soon as you put it inside a function, nah. What if there is no alias? No, then it doesn't work. You know, whatever. Let's put it in here like this. Like it's not gonna compile to anything anyway. Well, yeah, because it's a type thing. It's not really data. So okay, we cast it. So presumably we can just call this function now. Okay, what does get proc address return? Proc address returns null if it fails. So we cast it, then we call it. Now we call it to get the info, idxgi info queue. dxgi info queue. Info, and then we call this with the info queue. IID, and then we pass it this thing, the address of it, which is cast to void star star. idxgi info queue, is it identical? Apparently it is. Alright. Let's play the game of which dxgi debug.h I'm missing. Yeah, there it is. Oh yeah, we need to have the full type here. It's the full type. Query interface. The full type is it takes a ref IID and void star star. IID star? Oh my god, okay, and it returns an H result. Oh my god, that's the freaking, the formatting. It's killing me. Well, probably that. Okay, let's step through that. We know that works. Okay, dxg, that's that loaded. So that's the address. Get debug interface, that's cast. I mean, it's the same thing, it's just a number. Okay, so now it's gonna call it. We didn't crash, so that's good. And that is 0. Okay, I think it seems to have worked. Info has been filled with something. Okay. Okay, now we just do the same set break on severity stuff that we did previously, like this. Set break on severity, dxgi info. Okay, let's see what the errors are. Yeah. So this is different. These calls are different. So dxgi debug all, dxgi infoq message severity. This is D3D11 message severity. This is dxgi infoq message severity. What? Oh, I see. Wait, this is... It's weird. Oh. I see. Was it... God. dxgi debug all. That. Yeah. And this needs to change. Oh, this needs to change to dxgi infoq. Q like that. Okay. Jesus Christ. All right. Well, let's see. Let's see it. Okay, we were already getting these exceptions before. Like we started running here. Yeah, we got that before. Yeah, so seemingly... Well, let's run it. It's running. Close it. Yeah, we got that before. Yeah, this seems about right. Okay, so all of this is under debug, right? Yes. And that's under debug as well. Okay, so this is just enabling debug breaks on API errors, right? Enable debug breaks on API errors. As device and context, breaks, yeah, okay. Well, this is fine. That's committed. That's fine. That's fine. That's also fine. That's fine. Enable D3D11 debug breaks. All right. Okay, that's enough for now.